Hey folks, this is Alan Jones with Hi-Fi Buys. I wanted to take just a moment to tell y'all about the importance of getting a good quality phono stage for your turntable and why there is such a difference between them. So the thing that we all know is that amplifiers are different. Okay, so you have solid state amps and tube amps, and all the solid state amps sound different and all the tube amps sound different. Well, phono stages are the same way, except that they actually provide more gain than an amplifier. So if you look at a big powerful amplifier, it might have 20 dB, 22 dB of gain. Well, if we look at the phono stages, we have a thing called moving magnet and moving coil. For a moving magnet phono stage, you normally need about 40 dB of gain. Well, if you think about the signal of a cartridge being that big, and every 3 dB is a doubling of that. So basically you have this much gain off the cartridge, and then 3 dB is that, 6 dB is that. Each time you're going to double it. So we get to 9 dB you're here, and then you get to 12 dB you're here, and then you get to 15 dB you're here, and then you double that, and you double that, and you double that, all the way up to 40 dB. So basically everything that happens, okay, on that record player is looked upon almost like it's under an electron microscope, just blown up big time. So therefore that's what makes the turntable very important, all of its elements. But also we have this huge amplifier taking this tiny little signal and blowing it up. And that's one of the reasons that the phono stage is so important. So another thing that happens is there's a thing called RIAA equalization. So when they make a record, what you end up finding is that they kind of put a frowny face, if you take an EQ and kind of do a frown on it. They do that because the record itself, if they left everything flat, you would end up having the bass grooves would be so wide and not trackable, and also there would be so much energy at the top end in the treble that the needle couldn't track it either. So they do that frowny face. Well, in that phono stage that has all that amplification, they also do a smiley face when they play it back. So therefore the record tracks it, or the needle tracks the record groove very well, and then what ends up happening is it does the frowny face and all of that gain, and that gets it to the point that the preamp or the amplifier can see it well to then play it. So you end up finding those are the reasons, the main reasons that you're going to find on a phono stage is very important. One of the biggest things I have people tell me is they bought a $50 phono stage and they're just, records are okay, but they're not great. Well, then they come down here and they spend $400 or so on a phono stage, all the way up to about $40,000 in this store. We have them available. Do they make a difference all the way up? Absolutely. You end up finding matching up your phono stage to your cartridge and to your system is a very important basis for good phono playback. So I want to thank you for your time. If you want to, please call any of our associates or come on by the store and let us demonstrate these differences for you. Thank you.